can. Could hold it out and them never feared you. Notice I just be a bad bitch I get forward from with you. But the one you have to be good girl them lazy. She never did a features, I rate it. Never did a features, half naked. Me never did a piggy or ratings halfway, that's why me give her ratings. She never did a features, half naked. Never did a features, I rated. Me never did a piggy or ratings halfway, that's why me give her ratings. I know every girl a white material. I know every girl forget the juice in my seed bag. I know every girl me trust to cook my food, nor boil my tea, not even put the milk in the cereal. Me like a catty when medieval. When no fi wash for cook fi clean and no fuss. When she hear me get a new girl, I know that me mean when me say me fight me demons. Multiple wife legally, no illegal. Yeah, straight, me go crazy. I know every catty can be my first lady. I know every press plus body done baby plus Tatiana no fit in a no Mercedes. When me say oh luxury dolly fi nurse baby, a trouble when luxury dolly turn old lady. So big up every girl with no lazy. Your body big but I your mommy donate it. I rate it. Never did a fi dress half naked. Me never did a fi give her ratings halfway, that's why me give her ratings. She never did a fi dress half naked. Never did a fi dress I rated. Me never did a piggy or ratings halfway, that's why me give her ratings. She now wait pan money for reach her and donation. She make reach her man donation. One run job and run, but the waist gal a tell her fi leave her man, but she stay strong. She know say them are no friends, them are haters. Them sleep with every man in the acre. Can't get nobody fi stay long and want the advice for relation. Baby no listen to no fake news. Them can't keep a man cause them never stay true. Could hold it out and them never pay dues. Never shut them out and them wicked and cruel, eh? Bag a man a rush but them just a get yours. Everything them have them did a fear blows. Instagram live them nude for the views. Maybe that I know you though. Sure, I rate it. Never did a features half naked. Me never did a piggy or ratings halfway, that's why me give her ratings. She never did a features half naked. Never did a features I rated. Me never did a piggy or ratings halfway, that's why me give her ratings. U.P.K. Oh, and West. Babylon is falling to rise no more again. Babylon is falling. Freedom is here, my friend, not just part of the nation. Yeah, our shine never come bring peace in start of the vision. Now put your trust in the riches and wealth, contamination. I just the last statutes and commandments. We make the decision to keep them with precision. I just part of the mission. Daniel get a vision. Him see the black Christ, it wasn't a white depiction. No allegiance to Rome nor its regions. Come out them religion if you want be a free man. Cause the deacons them full of demons. Same situation with Rasta with Islam. Only beacon of hope for your lean on is U.P.K and the General YAHANNA. Every fowl of the ear, every beast of the field, every creeping thing we creep on land, every mouth of the clear, loud and clear. Yeah, our shy Mashiach is a black man who have fear, let him hear. Time to prepare, spiritually separate from Babylon. We no weak, we no fear, we no tear. Gun Saddam, my bun, but him and are just part of the mission. Yeah, our shy never come bring peace in start of the vision. Now put your trust in the riches and wealth, contamination. I just the last statutes and commandments. We make the decision to keep them with precision. Just part of the mission. Send evils and curses on the horse sitting on the beast and all churches. America fall, them deserve it. Rome get defeat, history repeat, I know the first thing. Hey, 400 years they work with, then desert with, then turn round and call we worthless. But now the COVID lurking, them hurting, and they need doctors and nurses. Hey, one day to your building have to turn after the long journey. No care much money you a earn if you still want Babylon burn. One day to your building have to turn after the long journey. No care much money you a earn, hey. I just part of the mission. Yeah, our shine never come bring peace in start of the vision. No put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are ammunition. I just the last statutes and commandments will make the decision to keep them with precision. I just part of the mission.
Yeah, hey, make me go again. Ah, yeah. Yo, I one west to the death. Yeah, fuck everything else. Big boot on me fringes. Girl, I tell me say she love the way how me change it. Everything sign and seal. Then I tell me say she love the deal. Yeah. Big boot on me fringes. Girl, I tell me say she love the way how me change it. If I don't know you pick my youth, me I tell you no straight out. And I'm in business, yeah. Man, I move real heavy. 20 man, I jump out a couple Chevy. Well, serious, man, no look happy. Wrong move, turn a boy in a duppy, them a waste, man. Them a talk about me, but me no care, man. After everything else, me still deep on. Cause the truth, me attack, and the truth and the part, me a sleep on. Yeah. Delivered it on fire. Everything up in the air like fire bonfire. But I can't tell ya how and I'm dead soul let them have to rise in power. Liar Sha'Allah. This year what for my brothers and my sisters. We get caught off early. Big boot on me fringes. Girl I tell me say she really love all the changes. If I don't know you picking my youth, me I telling me straight out. And I'm in business, yeah. Big boots on me braids, man. Yeah, me not left me shades on. Special type of gun for this occasion. Hardcore, can't tip on me right hand. Everything talking real neat. Tell a boy I come just through him, no seat, this great. Him a struggle for breed. Me conscience it a speak. Rats and snakes, them throat get slit. Yeah, me give them the realness. Don't start freak out. When 200 million of me niggas them out. Yeah, shot in a face, shot in a mouth. Rise it up, balance the soul reaper. Make evil stay far. Yeah, well I know what I say. The truth though, I saw the thing go man. Move. Big boot on me fringes. Girl I tell me say she love the way how me change it. If I don't know you picking my youth, me I telling no straight out. And I'm in business. Big boot on me fringes. Big boot on me fringes. Boot on me fringes. Yeah, I'm telling you. One West or nothing else.
Hey, Shalom Israel to all the brothers, Yahweh Hashem Shai Brakatham, to all the sisters, Yahweh Shemal Alatan Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. And today, like every Tuesday night around 8 p.m., this is the Brotherhood class, right? And we from the I.S.U.P.K, which translates to Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. And tonight with me, today, I have Officer 1000 Adayar, Officer 500 Shayawan. You understand?
Shalom, shalom. Shalom,
Israel. Yahweh.
And the topics for tonight's class is today, we're the 21st of June, and it seems like just every other 21st of June, we have the National Indigenous Peoples Day. So we're gonna get into that, right? This is a day that our oppressor gave God to celebrate their culture, right? It's like they're telling God that, okay, now you have my permission to celebrate your culture on a specific day on your own land that I took over, right? Hey, shalom, sis Kala, Yahweh Shema, Atabashim Yahweh Shai, to water for tuning in. So let me pull up the history for you. I have a Wikipedia article. I'm gonna pull that up on the screen. Give me one moment. So the National Indigenous Peoples Day, right? Also called the National Aboriginal Day. Give me one moment. So the National Indigenous Peoples Day is a day recognizing and celebrating the cultures and contributions of the First Nations, Inuit, and Métis Indigenous people of Canada. The day was first celebrated in 1996 after it was proclaimed that year by then Governor General of Canada, Roméo Leblanc, to be celebrated annually on 21st of June, right? So it tells you right here, the oppressor really don't give a damn about God, because not only did he have to take over the land of our Gadite brothers, right? But he's telling them that he will give you one specific day to celebrate your culture. You understand? Back in the days, you could even look up the 60s scoop. A Gadite couldn't wear braids. A Gadite couldn't speak his language. You understand? A Gadite couldn't wear the crown with the feathers on his head. You understand? A Gadite could not be a Gadite. But in the year 1996, it was declared that a Gadite could be a Gadite for one day. You understand? That's how evil and how a dirty bastard the oppressor is. So let's keep on reading.
So like Chris, if you want me to read for you, I could do so, all right?
Khan, you could go into the history section.
Khan, I got it. The day came about after a series of calls for such a celebration.
Stop right here, Steve. So the day to celebrate our Gadite brothers, right? It came after a series of calls for such celebration, meaning they were pleading the oppressor to be able to celebrate their culture on a specific day, right? Just like the oppressor who gave us Juneteenth or Black History Month. You understand? This is the same thing right here. You understand? But they gave our Gadite brothers one day to be able to be Gadites, right, on their own land that the oppressor took over. You understand? Keep reading out of one.
Come on, please. It was first self-declared Indian Day in the 1945 by Jules Sewell and chief from across Turtle Island, North America.
Right. So the Gadite said, "We're going to declare it our day," but not because the Gadite said they were going to declare it their own day, that it was actually official to the eyes of the oppressor. You understand? Not until 1996, right? In 1996, I mean, it's not that far. That's like what, 26 years ago? You understand? Keep reading out of one.
Go on, please. In 1982, the National Indian Brotherhood, now the Assembly of First Nation, called for the creation of a National Aboriginal Solidarity Day to be celebrated on the 21st June.
Right. So like I said, you understand, the National Indian Brotherhood, or the Assembly of First Nations, which is like a collective or multiple Gadites, you understand, they were pleading the oppressor, right, to be able to celebrate this day on June 21st. You understand? Keep reading.
Come on, please. Slightly more than a decade later, in 1995, the Royal Commission on Aboriginal Peoples recommended that a National First People Day be designated.
All right, keep reading.
Come on, please. Also, in that same year, a National Conference of Aboriginal and Non-Aboriginal People, chaired by Elijah Harper, titled The Sacred Assembly, called for a national holiday to celebrate the contributions of Aboriginal peoples to Canada. 21st June, 21 June, often coincide with summer solstice.
See how evil and a dirty bastard the oppressor is, right? Our own people in their own land have to ask him permission to be able to be themselves. You understand? To celebrate the contribution that a Gadite had in Canada. I mean, without Gadites in Canada, the white man would have been dead a long time ago. He would have never survived the environment in Canada. He would have never been able to hunt or to grow crops. You understand? Survive the winters. You understand? Without the Gadites, there wouldn't be no white men in Canada right now. They've been dead a long time ago. You understand? Go ahead, Adawan. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, Con, I want to say something, Salaka, for cutting you up, priest. And also it says in the summer solstice, like for everybody that's out there, you understand, that's used to pagan feast. Most of the pagan feasts fall on the summer solstice or the winter solstice. So to give the goddess a day to celebrate on the summer solstice is really demonic, because really they're making the goddess celebrate something pagan without even them knowing. That's what they're really doing. Oh, you want to celebrate your day, right? You want to have something to celebrate. You celebrate something pagan, because one thing that we got to realize, just like it's written in the Apocrypha, right? Like they know who we are, and they know that when we celebrate or do something evil, we always fall under the curses. We always, you understand, get oppressed. You understand? The more that we keep on doing you understand, and keep on living the life that we're living right now, we're still gonna be oppressed. And they know that they don't want God, you understand, to follow God, because they know that the goddess will take over, just like the prophecy say. They don't want the Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian to take over, you understand, and to follow God, because they know that once we do that, we're gonna overcome. They're gonna fall. So they always have to keep us in a way, in the state of mind, for us to keep living in sin. So like,
Khan, that's really powerful, because I was about to get into that, but in the next paragraph, so you can read the next paragraph.
Come on, priest. National Indigenous People's Day is now the first of a series of celebrate Canada Days, followed by the National Holiday of Quebec on June 24th of June, Canadian Multiculturalism Day on 27 June, and concluding with Canada Day on 1st of July.
You understand? So basically, it's like they approved their day of celebration for the Gadites, but they're trying to tie it in with their own celebrations. You understand? They wouldn't like set it apart for the Gadites. You understand? It's not a coincidence it's on June 21st. You understand? It's just to say, like, we're gonna start with yours, so after that we can stop talking about it.
God.
You understand? Because then we have the National Holiday of Quebec on June 24th, which is St. John. You understand? Which is another pagan holiday, right? Canadian Multiculturalism Day. You understand? And really, multiculturalism it stems from all these other heathen empires that had us in slavery, whether it was Babylon, the Roman Empire, the Greek Empire, trying to put everyone together. You understand? And have the same share the same sinful spirit, right? Because once we join with these other nations, we have so-called multiculturalism. We how you call it? We stray away from the law. We stray away from the Lord. You understand? We're trying to follow all these other nations. Again, multiculturalism is a wrong thing. Segregation was good for us, right? And then it concludes with Canada Day on July 1st. Just like they have Independence Day, right, on July 4th in the States, we have Canada Day on July 1st. I mean, Salakia, but there is nothing for us to celebrate on this day. You understand? Our Gadite brothers are still on reservations today with no clean water and bad living conditions. You understand? I mean, Salakia, what is there to celebrate for our Gadite brothers? What is there to celebrate for us Black and brown people? You understand? On Canada Day, just like Independence Day, 4th of July. in the United States. What is there for us to celebrate? We're still in slavery.
Right.
You understand? Justin Trudeau doesn't give a damn about the Haitians or the Mexicans. Yeah, we're still gonna celebrate on July 1st. You understand? Today is July 21st. I'm not going to tell you go celebrate. You understand, the National Indigenous Peoples Holiday, because it was another day given by the white man. You understand? And like Officer Ariar brought up, he tied it to the summer solstices, right? Which where we have a lot of pagan celebrations. You understand? Go ahead, Ottawa.
And it's like I don't want to cut you off, please. But just like the American holiday, that's July 24th. That's like a July 4th, and the Canadian holiday, that's July 1st. It shows, you understand, these feasts. Or these feast days that they have coincide with the summer solstice.
Right.
So what are people really celebrating then? You understand? Like people go out there, you understand, party July 4th, you understand, fireworks. You're gonna have, you understand, June 24th, you understand, fireworks and so on. But what are you really celebrating? Because you understand, all of these things fall under the summer solstice, and we know that pagan, you understand, celebrate the summer solstice. You could look up with the Druids and everything in Ireland, and you understand, in Europe, you understand, in England and everything. They celebrate these things, and this is why you have Christmas on the 25th of December, because they celebrate the winter solstice. So we could see all of these things coincide with each other, which is, you understand, and just like you say, it comes from Babylon, it comes from, you understand, Nimrod, it comes from Semiramis, it comes from that ancient history, and people don't even realize it. Meanwhile, the white man tell you, you understand, celebrate these things, and you keep living your life in sin.
Right.
Understand? So like, please.
No sweat, Ottawa. Could you get into the last paragraph? After this one, we're gonna go into some scripture.
Come on, please. On 21st of June 2017, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau released a statement pledging to rename the event National Indigenous Peoples Day, Assembly of First Nations. National Chief Perry Bellegarde supported the proposal change, called it an important step, citing the terminology used in the landmark United Nations Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People.
See how much of an evil bastard our oppressor is? He's really a devil. You understand? That's the only compassion he would show you, to rename a day after your people. That's it. He doesn't care that you have no clean water. He doesn't care that you're on reservations on your own land that he took over. Justin Trudeau doesn't care about the Native American Indians. You understand? The Christian church, the Roman Catholic Church, they don't care about the Native American Indians. You understand? I think 2 weeks ago we had a scripture breakdown in the I.S.U.P.K Canada Saturday class, right? With Officer Aban, and we looked into like how much money the Christian church and the Roman Catholic Church was making. For the Vatican only, they're making over $1 trillion. The Vatican only. I'm not even talking about the others, like other branches of the church who make billions of dollars as well, right? But not one penny, not 1 cent is sent to the Gadites on the reservations.
Right.
You understand? And Justin Trudeau, just to show his love to the Gadites, he renamed the day, what did he rename the day? The National Indigenous Peoples Day. That's the compassion he has for the Gadites. He doesn't care about our Gadite sisters being kidnapped, being raped, being killed. He doesn't care about the Gadites at Water Metro on drugs, living under the bridge. He doesn't care. You understand? And if you ever tell Justin Trudeau that he doesn't care, right, and he asks you, whoever told you that, tell him you heard it from Officer 50 Baraki Ellis mouth from the
Right.
So, Salakia, if I may.
Go ahead, Ottawa.
You know, just to add, something that's interesting is that Justin Trudeau's been in office since 2015.
Right.
And when he was running for I guess that political position from the Liberal Party, one of his things that he was campaigning, it was that he promised to get clean drinking water to our Gadite brothers.
All right.
You understand? We're now in 2022, and you have another party trying to run, saying that Justin Trudeau has broken all his promises. Like the Bible says, faith without works is dead. You understand? You can't just sit here and make promises, say you're going to do something, you know what I mean, and not do it and prove that you actually care about the people. You understand? Like his lack of efforts in doing anything for our people. You understand? It just proves who he truly is. Right? So
Priest, if I may add with what Officer Sean wants to say.
Go ahead.
You understand? Like, and this prove what the Bible say about, you understand, the oppressor, you understand, the oppressor speak, you understand, it has, like, I'm gonna paraphrase it, you understand, but the word of his mouth is smooth like butter.
Right.
He will tell you, you understand, I'll give you this, I'll give you that. Meanwhile, that's not his intention, man. You understand? That's not what he really has in his mind. In his mind is to destroy you. And that's why voting doesn't matter. That's why you Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian, you think that voting, because we could vote, you understand, means that we're free. Voting don't make you free, man. You understand? You vote for the same people that hate you, man. All they're gonna do is promise you a bunch of bull crap, BS, and never accomplish none of them. Like, you put your trust in Obama. What did Obama do for Black people? You understand? Obama is not one of us. Obama is an African. You understand? Obama is an African. Matter of fact, you understand? Even now, it's coming out. You understand? If you look at it on his mother's side, he's related to Hitler. That's what they're saying on his mother's side right now. You understand? There's a few people that came out. You understand? Until, you understand, we get that news. You understand? But people are starting to find out. You understand? His mother is related to Hitler and everything. You understand? So Obama is related to Hitler. You understand? He didn't do nothing for us. You understand? Where's the change for Black people because of Obama? All we've been doing is trusting people that been hating us, man. You understand? And Justin Trudeau is nothing different. You understand? You understand? Your vicinity of your community, you understand, politician is nothing different than that. They're gonna promise you a lot of things. Meanwhile, war is in his heart.
Right.
Understand? War is in his heart, man. What did Justin Trudeau, just like Officer Sean once say? You understand? Justin Trudeau promised the Native Indian, you understand, clean water. Where's that clean water today? Because war is in his heart. Meanwhile, you understand, Native Indian are oppressed even more, man. Meanwhile, you understand, pipelines, they had to protest for a pipeline going, you understand, throughout their land, not to mess up their land, not to mess up their crops. And they arrested some of the brothers. Officer Shawan and Officer Badger was one of these protests, man. You understand? They were there. They're seeing, you understand, all people's plight, you understand, all people fight. You understand? We keep trusting the same nation, you understand, that keep us under, you understand? We keep trusting the same nation, you understand, that keep put us in slavery and hate us, man. And that's what the problem really is, man. Why not trust one another? Just like today is a brotherhood class, just like Officer Barakal is doing. Why not trusting one another and, you understand, and elevating and doing things for one another? So like I can.
So if I could add one quick thing too. Just adding on to what Officer Adiyar brought out, they had like 30 Gadite brothers out there protesting not to build this pipeline. And they sent out the RCMP with shotguns, handguns. They were all battle geared up, ready to go to war. Meanwhile, you had thousands of devils going protest over in Ottawa. And the police were out there protecting them.
We're going to get into that just now. And just to add up to what you say, I don't want, like you said, Justin Trudeau told the Gadites when he was campaigning, like, he's going to provide them clean drinking water. right? He's really showing like his true self, that he is a devil. And the devil means deceiver. He's a liar, right? Bubakosha, could someone bring me to John chapter 8, verse 44? Like when we're telling you the white man is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of, this is not our own opinion. You understand? We don't care that he is white. That's not what it's all about. Yeah, you have to let that sink in. You understand? The white man is the goddamn devil because he is the goddamn liar. He deceived every single nation on the face of the earth.
That's right.
Not that we care about the other heathen nations, but to show you that he is the devil that the Bible speaks of. He deceived every nation. He deceived the Arabs. He deceived the Chinese. He got them bombed. He got them nuked, the Japanese. You understand? He deceived the Aborigines, the Australians, the Hawaiians. Understand? He deceived the Africans after they sold us. You understand? Whatever nation that is on the face of the earth, he deceived them all. You have to understand that.
So like a priest, but they deceive their own people.
Right.
They deceive their own people themselves. You understand? That's how much of a devil he is. He doesn't even care about his own people. I mean, to a certain extent, he cares. But then again, he's the most selfish beast on the earth. You understand? So, okay, could someone read that precept when they got it? John chapter 8, verse 44.
Verse 34.
Salakia, verse 44.
44, Salakia. It's the book of John chapter 8 and verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil.
Ye are of your father the what?
The devil.
You understand? Justin Trudeau's father is the devil. His forefathers are the devil. You understand? His forefathers came in Canada, right? In New France, in Canada, whatever you want to call it. He told the native Indians, we have some blankets for you. You understand? Not telling them that these blankets were ridden with smallpox. You understand? He's an evil bastard. Just like in the United States, they wrote peace treaty between the Gadite nations, the Gadite tribes that were over here. None of these treaties were ever respected. You understand? He is the devil, the deceiver, right? Keep on reading out of one.
And the lust of your father ye will do.
You understand? The lust of your father he will do. The desires of his fathers, right? So to gain power, just like his forefathers did, to gain power, he lied to the Gadites. You understand? He told him he was going to bring them drinking water. That was a total lie. You understand? Keep reading.
He was a murderer from the beginning.
Right. So we just touched on that. He was the murderer from the beginning. Right. And just like Officer Adiyar said, war is in his heart.
Right.
You understand? He's not there for your own good. He don't care about the Gadites. He don't care about the nation of Israel. He don't care about the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian people. You understand? Murder is he's a murderer from the beginning. I don't know if you've seen that video, but there's a video circulating on Facebook, right? It's an old one, actually. There's a teacher asking this young Edomite, right? What does he want to do when he grows up? He says, I want to be a murderer. I want to kill people. You understand? He doesn't have so-called hate in him. He doesn't feel bad about anything. It's not like he's a sad kid. He just said, I want to kill people. I want to be a murderer.
That's a liar. That's Esau.
That's Esau. That's the Caucasian.
I mean, Esau in the flesh.
You understand? It's like they don't have to be taught hate. You think he was taught that he needs to be a serial killer, a murderer when he grows up? You think he was groomed to be a serial killer, a murderer? La.
Right.
That's his own thought. That's his own train of thought. You understand? Esau is a murderer from the beginning. Keep reading out of one.
And abode not in the truth.
Keep reading.
Because there is no truth in him.
So how can the white man tell you the truth? How could you believe in what he says when there is no truth in him?
Right.
You understand? That's how that's how he deceived every single nation on the earth, especially the nation of Israel.
Yeah.
You understand? He deceived the guy that is writing peace treaties that were never ever respected, one after the other. You understand? He's deceiving every single tribe of Israel. Right? Okay, one more thing. Hold that point on one more thing. He deceived us into thinking we were free from slavery. You understand? He deceived us that we were free from slavery because we don't have any more chains on our feet and ankles and wrists around our neck. We're not on plantations no more. He's a deceiver. He's a liar because we're still in slavery. We're still having taskmasters over us, right? Your supervisor, whatever you want to call it. You understand? We're filling up these prisons. And in the United States, there's something what's called the 13th Amendment, which allows you to become a slave again once you go to prison. You understand? You're not treated as a human being anymore. You're a slave. You understand? Go ahead, Adawan.
And what I wanted to say, I mean, concerning that verse also, it says, "Ye are your father the devil." This is talking to all of you black Hispanic, Native Indian, all of you preachers, all of you politicians, all of you stand following the white man's system. This is talking about you. You are just like them. You understand? I know some of you think that your preachers, you understand, is from God and everything. Nah. It is exactly this verse is talking about it. Because why? Because this verse exactly, Christ was fighting the Sadducees and Pharisees. You understand? Coming against the adulterous woman. Meanwhile, you have your preachers having sex, you understand, with another man's wife. You have preachers, you understand, and pastors, you understand, and priests having sex, you understand, with little kids. You understand? This is talking about you. All you black Hispanics and Native and yet following the white man custom, this is talking about you. You are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. The lust of the devil you will do. And this is why you hate the I.S.U.P.K, man. This is why you don't want to listen to what we got to say. Right. Because the lust of your father you will do. You follow exactly your oppressor. You follow exactly the devil, man. And this is why we say when the Christian church, this is why we say the Christian church is the house of Satan. It is the house of Satan. And you follow Satan, man. So like it, please.
So Lucky, Adawan, if I could add on too.
Go ahead, Adawan.
And just to clarify to all those people, to all those fake Israelite camps going around teaching that Esau is the Arab. Understand? Like, this is Christ right here telling those Sadducees and Pharisees not to be like their fathers, the Romans. God. You understand? It was the Romans that were over our people at the time. God. Christ was calling these Roman bastards, Salakia, the devil. Okay. Right. You understand? This is who you are not supposed to be like. God. Right? Salakia.
No sweat on one. If you may, keep reading.
God. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own.
You understand? Just like the Roman Catholic Church said, well, the Native American Indians in Canada, they should thank us for our role, in the boarding schools, right? That's a lie. They were molested. What they have to thank you for? Right? They were molested. They were kidnapped. They were stripped of their culture. You understand? A lot of them are on drugs or committing suicide because of you. What did they have to thank you for? You understand? He's a liar of his own. Keep reading on one.
For he is a liar and the father of it.
Right. Just like we touched, he is a devil. He's a deceiver. He's a liar. He's the father of it. You understand? No one could ever lie like the white man does. Right. You understand? He even lies to his own people. And he doesn't feel no remorse about it. You understand?
So like a priest, no one could ever kill like white people as well. They murder everything. The animal go extinct because of them. You understand? Even the ozone layer, they could, if they could kill the air, they will kill the air. The ozone layer got a hole in it because of the oppressor, the Esau. You understand? There's no, who kills more on the earth than Edomite? Nobody. Look at what they did to Hiroshima. So like, priest, just give me a few seconds. Look at what they did to Hiroshima. Look what they did to Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Over 100 million of us died, man.
Right.
Whoever did this on the face of the earth. So who is this talking about? The Arabs? Understand? Because they blew up a couple people. Understand? No, that's not talking about the Arabs. That's talking about the, you understand, your so-called, you understand, oppressor, you understand, Caucasian that you love. You understand? And that don't give a damn about what they did or what they're taking advantage from. You understand? That's what he's talking about. You understand? Christ called them devils. What are you going to call them? Your friend? What are you going to call them? Priest? What are you going to call them? Prophets? Christ called them devils. So like,
no sweat I want. I mean, I was just gonna touch on that as well. Like you said, there's no murderer like the white man. Right. The white man kills every single nation on the earth. Right? He took over Australia, New Zealand. You understand? I mean, the Chinese were dark-skinned people until they met the white man. You understand? Salakia. They took over. I mean, because of the white man, you have a lot of Ishmaelites that are white skinned now. You understand? They took over South Africa, the Americas. You understand? They're killing all the animals. Some of the animals are extinct right now because of the white man. You understand? And all of the endangered species of animals that we have on the earth, they're endangered because of the white man. You understand? He's killing everything. He's killing the air. The water is polluted because of the white man. The air is polluted because of the white man. You understand? That's how much of a murderer he is. That's how much of an evil, dirty bastard that he is. Salakia. Well, let's get into another scripture. Going, could someone bring me to Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17? Right? Because just like our Gadite brothers, they were pleading the oppressor for a day to be able to celebrate their own culture. You understand? We're begging for mercy, for compassion to a nation that cannot save us. That's what we're going to read right now. You understand?
I got it.
Go ahead, one.
Come on, please. Lamentation chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
Keep reading.
Come on, please. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
You understand? Our eyes have failed for our vain help. You understand? And we're looking at a nation. We're watching them. We're pleading for their mercy, for their compassion to a nation that cannot save us. You understand? And that's not just the white man. I mean, that's like every single other nation that is not Israel. We're looking for their compassion, for their help. You understand? To join hand in hand together against the enemy, right? I mean, I think during the time of the Black Panthers, right, we had some backup from the Asian community to a certain extent, but the Haitians hate us just like the white man hates us. You understand? We can look towards another nation for compassion to be able to help us with our fight against the oppressor, because they are our oppressors as well. Even though they're being oppressed by the same oppressor, they're oppressing us as well. You understand? Now the Gadites, they were pleading for a day to be able to be Gadites. They were pleading to the oppressor, right? And they didn't receive that day up until 1996. You understand? From 1492 till 1996, they were not able to be Gadites. You understand? And the thing is that we need to understand, that we need to know, is that we cannot look for compassion from another nation. The only compassion that we will get is from the nation of Israel, from our brothers and sisters, whether it's the blacks, the Negroes, the Latinos, or another Native American Indian. You understand? Only Israel can show compassion to Israel. No other nations, because they all despise you. You understand? You could watch my class from last week. The title is The Other Nations Despise You. They have no compassion, no love. If they do something wrong to you, they have no remorse. You understand? They don't care about you. The only brotherhood you will get is from another Black, Hispanic, or Native American Indian man or women.
Right.
In that brotherhood, you could only find it in the I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General YAHANNA. You understand? Nowhere else. We just read that we're looking at a nation. We're looking for compassion from another nation that cannot save us. Meaning, okay, so we had a lot of natives, right, that most likely definitely voted for Justin Trudeau after hearing that he would provide them clean water. But like Officer Shai once said, that was back in 2015, and we're in 2022 today. Not a single drop of clean water was brought to the Native American Indians on their reservations. You understand? They were looking for help from Justin Trudeau, a man from a nation that cannot save them. During the beginning of the war with Ukraine, the Native American community were saying their prayers to Ukraine. Well, the Ukrainians, they don't give a damn about you Gadites. You understand? If you have some Ukrainian coming in right now to Canada, right, they will most likely grab a Gadite sister and prostitute her. Understand? Rape her. Sell drugs to our brothers and sisters, our Gadite brothers and sisters. You understand? Those Ukrainians, they will not help you out. They don't give a damn about you. You understand? For them, you're just another savage. While in the UPK, you are my brother and my sister. You understand? Let's jump to Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. Because the reason why we don't realize that we have to join each other is because we were stripped of that knowledge. You understand? The reason why the Most High is not with God right now, because they were stripped of the knowledge of the Most High, which is the commandments that the Bible brings us, the instruction that the Most High provided the nation of Israel. You understand? But all these instructions were lost, right? We're going to read that in Hosea chapter 4, verse 6.
Come. You got it, priest?
Come. Book of Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. My people are what? Destroyed for lack of knowledge.
You understand? Our people, the nation of Israel, is destroyed for lack of knowledge. Blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians are destroyed for lack of knowledge. That's why they live in the conditions they're living right now. You understand? That's why Haitians are fleeing Haiti and being stuck at the Mexican border, being prevented from coming into the US and Canada right now. That's why we have a lot of Jamaican brothers, West Indian brothers at the US border, Salaki County, at the US border in Mexico right now, trying to get into the US. You understand? That's why we have a lot of Latino brothers in cages. That's why we're in the prison system. You understand? Because we are destroyed spiritually, not just physically, but spiritually we're destroyed for lack of knowledge. One second, other one. So we're destroyed for lack of knowledge. And that knowledge is the law, statutes, and commandments that the Most High provided us. You understand? So we be able to live. And our spirit doesn't die. You understand? Because without it, we follow all these other heathen nations. We smoke drugs, we prostitute ourselves, prostitute our daughters. You understand? Some of us are living an alternate lifestyle, catching AIDS and all type of venereal diseases. You understand? Without these laws, statutes, and commandments, without that knowledge, we die. Go ahead, other one.
So like I just want to say, this is why the native they're burning sage.
Wakan. You understand? our Gadai brothers are burning sage, and I mean not only the Gadais, right? Because we have a lot of that so-called spiritual, let's call it spiritual culture, right? That's the term they're using today. Whether it's voodoo, Obia, Kemwa, Santeria, you understand? But that's not the knowledge of the Most High. We got that from the heathen nations. You understand? We got that from following false gods and idols. You understand? That's not the knowledge of the Most High. And that's the reason why Haiti is in its state it's in right now, because they're trying to practice voodoo. Voodoo did not save Haiti. Voodoo did not free Haiti at all. You understand? If voodoo really saved Haiti, why is Haiti a war zone right now? You understand? Why is Haiti in the state that it's in right now if voodoo is so good? You understand? Make it make sense. We were at I think it was May 18, if I'm not mistaken. Me, Officer 1000 Adiyar, Officer 1000 Zabaja, right? We were at Haitian Independence Day, right? Celebration in Montreal in Saint Michel, right? We witnessed a voodoo ritual by a sister. I mean, I don't know what she did that for, but all I can tell you is that, you understand? I think that was, for me, that was my first voodoo ritual that I witnessed. It was more like a joke. It was more like a comedy. I mean, the sister was kind of like, she was howling, pouring water on the ground whatsoever. You understand? I think she did that to unify the Haitians. But up until today, I mean, my Levite brothers in Montreal are still warring together, Bloods and Crips, whatever you want to call it. You understand? It ain't unifying nobody. They're still selling drugs. They're still shooting at each other. No matter the amount of voodoo you make, you're not fixing the Levite community like that. You're not fixing black people. You understand? You're making a fool of yourself. You're actually looking like a lunatic, pouring water on the ground, howling left and right. Yeah. You're looking like a lunatic. You understand? Keep reading the verse, other one.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge. We think that the Bible is a white man's book. We reject it. You understand? We refuse to obey the laws, statutes, and commandments. Right? We think the Christians taught us the laws are done away with. Right? We could sleep with a sister, throw her away, and let another man hit it. You understand? Hit it and quit it. Our sisters think, oh, this man wasn't satisfying enough. He doesn't bring me stability in my life. So after I slept with him, I'm going to sleep with another man. You understand? We think if I don't sell these drugs, another man is going to do it. So might as well sell that and get that bag. Right? We reject the knowledge of the Most High. That's why that's the reason why we're destroyed. You understand? We think we can live an alternate lifestyle, right? And get no consequences about it. Think it's my body, my choice. You understand? Then we get hit with like HIV, syphilis, monkeypox. You understand? Our sisters think they could have abortions as much as they want until like it hits them harder psychologically and physically. Some of them cannot even have children no more. When they want to have children, we cannot have children no more, right? That's because we reject the knowledge of the Most High. That's why we're so destroyed right now. That's the reason why other nations are on top of us, because we reject the knowledge of the Most High. You understand? We hate each other. That's rejecting the knowledge of the Most High, because if we had knowledge of the Most High, it would show brotherhood to every single Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indian men and women. Just like I'm doing right now, teaching these brotherhood classes every Tuesday, you understand? So like, also Shaiwan, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna add, all those sisters aborting their children. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the #1 cause of breast cancer.
Wakan.
These sisters out here protesting or doing their yearly marches, talking about breast cancer awareness. You understand? Meanwhile, it's them aborting their babies that's causing it.
Like one moment. Give me 1 second. Right. So definitely. So I have an article right here. I'm just going to read a small part of it. Right. Give me 1 second. So, yeah, according to the article, right, like you said, breast cancer is linked to the abortions because the abortions affect your hormones like estrogens, progesterone, you understand, prolactin. And because it affects these hormones, you are more likely to actually get breast cancer. Right. So if you're thinking about getting an abortion, sis, forget about it. Stop listening to the oppressor. You understand? Like they said, this is not a conspiracy theory. Abortion is actually like population control, right? It started with the eugenics and Margaret Sanger. You understand? She had a plan to diminish the population of the Negro race, to the Black, Hispanics, and Native community. You understand? And after the feminism movement, we went along with it even harder, right? But right, let's keep reading that scripture. Other one.
Come. I will also reject thee.
Right. So just because we rejected the knowledge of the Lord, the Most High rejected us. Right. This is the reason why we were hit by these curses in Deuteronomy 28. You understand? That we hate each other, that other nations oppress us, that we went into chattel slavery. You understand? That's because we rejected the Most High. The Most High took us out of Egypt, told us to follow his laws, statutes, and commandments. But how stubborn that we are, we're like, well, I'm gonna still go ahead and smoke weed.
Right.
I'm gonna still sleep with this sister and just throw away, get another sister, throw away, right? These men still gonna be sodomites. You understand? I'm gonna still sell drugs. I'm gonna still be a pimp. Sisters gonna be prostitutes. That way of thinking is the reason why we went to slavery and that we're in slavery right now. You understand? That's the reason why we're still killing each other. You understand? Keep reading, out one.
That thou shalt be no priest to me.
You understand? So men in the world wouldn't be considered priests. The nation of Israel is a nation of priests. You understand? Of men of the Lord. But the men in the world are not considered men of the Lord. They're full of sins and all type of lusts. You understand? And that's because the Most High rejected us. And he rejected us because we rejected the knowledge that he gave us. We rejected the instructions he gave us. You understand? So like if you're a father, you give your instructions to your children. They don't want to listen. Tell them, yo, me no bother with you. You see me? You don't pay them no mind. I mean, you do listen to them, but it's like they're telling you, Daddy, could you bring me to the amusement park or whatever? You're like, nah, Babash. You're not going nowhere. You understand? You don't care for what they ask to you. You only provide them what they need. These are your children, right? But if they ask you for something, like when you ask for the Most High, bring me out of this situation I'm in, bring me out of poverty, the Most High is not going to care about you. You're not listening to him. You're not following the law, statutes, and commandments. Why would he bring you out of poverty? You understand? Then some people might say, well, you have some celebrities, right? They're brought out of poverty, whatever the case is, rappers, ball players. I mean, I get it. Some of these celebrities have a talent, you understand? We're the salt of the earth. But the talent of these celebrities is exploited by the white man. They're selling their souls to the white man. They're being the white man whore right now. That's how they're making millions. That's not because they follow the Most High. You understand? Lil Wayne is a millionaire because he promotes drinking lean, smoking weed, doing cocaine, talking about he has guns and everything. That's not following the Most High. You understand? All these rappers promoting gun violence, gang violence, drug use, prostitution, adultery. That's how they get rich. That's not by following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You understand? So even when they're on stage thanking God, God didn't give you the position that you're in right now. The white man did. So if you're thanking God right now, you're thanking Caesar Borgia. You're not thanking Yahweh. You're thanking Caesar Borgia, who put you in that position. You understand? Yeah, let's finish that verse, other one.
That thou shalt be no priest to me.
Keep reading.
Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
Right. So like we said, just because we rejected the knowledge of the Most High and we forgot about it, the Most High forgot about us. You understand? Right? And some people would say, well, that's why the nation of Israel will never be saved ever again. Right? So let's jump into 2 Chronicles chapter, give me 1 second. I'm going to jump into 2 Chronicles.
Are you looking for chapter 7, verse 14?
7 and verse 14. Let me see if that's it. I don't want.
Okay, fine.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to find out right here. I think it's chapter 30, verse 9. No, select.
Yeah,
is it this one? Give me one moment. Okay, no, it's not this one. Give me 1 second, other one. That's 2 Chronicles chapter 30, verse 9. Baba Kusha.
It's the book of 2 Chronicles chapter 30 and verse 9. For if ye turn again unto the Lord, your brethren and your children shall find compassion before them that lead them captive.
You understand? So if we turn again unto the Lord, meaning if we start obeying the Most High again, we will find compassion. You understand? We will get that compassion we're seeking for. You understand? We won't have to beg the oppressor for nothing. You understand? The Lord will provide us. The Lord will make sure that the oppressor, I mean, he's still going to be the oppressor, but he won't be oppressing us as much as he is oppressing the brothers in the world. You understand? You won't get arrested and have your head bashed in by a police officer, right? If you follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. These events never happen in the UPK. You understand? Keep reading, other one.
Yes, Lord here. So that they shall come again into this land.
Keep reading.
For the Lord your power is gracious and merciful.
Right. The Most High, so we just read in Hosea chapter 4, verse 6, the Most High forgot about the children of Israel, just like we forgot about his laws. But the Most High God, Yahweh, is gracious and merciful. You understand? He understands that we're a hard-headed nation. We're stubborn people. He understands that we don't like to listen. But he also understands that we can listen. And some of us will do his works and follow his laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? Even though we stray away from the law, we're coming back home. That's what the Most High is saying. He could give us a second chance. You understand? He's merciful. He could forgive us, show us forgiveness and mercy if we come back to him, to the knowledge that he provided us, the law, statutes, and commandments. You understand? Keep reading.
And will not turn away his face from you.
Read.
If you return unto him.
Right, so the Gadites will have clean drinking water if they turn back to the Most High.
Right.
You understand? Our Levite brothers may not have to flee Haiti if they stop doing that voodoo and turn back to the Most High. You understand? Mexican brothers and sisters, I mean, all Latinos at the border right now, they wouldn't be in cages, you understand, if they follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. We wouldn't be murdering each other in the ghetto, strung up on drugs, just if we follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. If we turn back to him, he will not turn away from us, right? And that's what we have to understand. We cannot show hate toward another. We cannot separate each other from our own nation. You understand? We have to show brotherhood to one another, sisterhood to one another. You understand? We cannot be a pimp, a drug dealer, an adulteress, a thief. You understand? You cannot covet what your brother has, meaning you envy your brother with jealousy. If you see your brother with a big house, he has 3 wives, he has a bunch of kids, right? He's living the life that you maybe wanted. I mean, congratulate the brother. You understand? Don't envy the brother or sister, right? That brother will help you get more wives. You understand? That's brotherhood, right? Brotherhood and sisterhood is showing our brothers and sisters that they have to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. That's how you show love to your nation. Brotherhood is not seeing a brother in need and tell them, well, I got a pack for you. I'm gonna send that to you. You go deal with it in the streets, bring about that amount of money, right? I'll put you on. That's not brotherhood. You understand? You're helping that brother destroy itself even more than he's already destroyed. Right? Brotherhood is not telling his sister, we're gonna make money together, you're gonna do this and that, prostitute herself, then she brings the money back to you. You could claim, oh, well, I'm giving her a certain percentage, she's making money, she's not living the way she was living. That's not brotherhood. You're destroying that sister. Thou shalt be no horror out of the daughters of Israel. That's what it reads in Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 17. You understand? You're destroying that sister and yourself. Y'all straying away from the laws of the Most High. You understand? Babakosha, Officer Sharia 1, could you start posting the sign out links?
Come, no sweat.
Other one. You understand? We cannot join these other nations, like we read, and look at them for compassion, for mercy. Only the Most High will show us that mercy if we come back to Him. You understand? And one step we could take to come back to Him is actually come back together as a nation.
Right.
Love to one another, right? That's so we're going to go into the book of Ephesians, chapter 2, verse 1. The Most High commanded us to come back together as a nation. We cannot fight our oppression on one side. I mean, the Haitians cannot get out the oppressions without joining the Jamaicans, the Mexicans, you understand, the Dominicans. Whatever tribe there is, name it, they cannot get out of the oppression that they're in without joining each other hand in hand with their brothers and sisters. You understand? It's like, anyone who has a scripture, read it when they got it.
Son, I got it, please.
Go ahead, I don't want.
Ephesians chapter 2, verse 1. And you have a quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins.
No, Salakia, other one. I meant Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Salakia for that.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourself together, ye gather together, O nation not desired.
You understand? The Most High commanded us to gather together. He didn't told us join these other nations. He actually told us to stay separate from these other nations.
Right.
And to gather together. The Most High told us to be segregated. You understand? He didn't tell us go join the white man. He didn't tell us, he didn't tell the Black Panthers march with the Japanese. You understand? He told us to separate. Our fight is not the same. Even though we have the same oppressor, that Japanese man you're walking down the street with, trying to fight the white man, he's oppressing you as well. You understand? Y'all want to pray for Ukraine? The Ukrainians that despise Black Hispanics and Native American Indians. Right. You want to pray for Palestine? Same thing. The Ishmaelites, they despise you. As a matter of fact, that land that they're in right now, it's not even their own land. And they expect you to pray for them and fight with them. You understand? Meanwhile, they will not fight with you. They will look at you like, so I was in the world, right? And I had this Ishmaelite friend. Sometimes we would watch the UFC fights, right? At some point there was the Hamite, I think it's Usman something, he's Nigerian. He was about to go to fight with what's his name? Jorge Masvidal, which is a Manasite, a Cuban brother, right? And I was rooting for the Cuban brother. He told me, why are you rooting for the Cuban brother? The Latinos, they despise Black people. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about, Salakia, but the Africans, they actually hate us. You understand? I'm not African, but the Africans hate us. And what he was trying to do, he was trying to separate us even more without even knowing it. It didn't matter. You understand? But I'm just going to quote the scripture real quick. I'm going to paraphrase in Psalms chapter 83, right? These nations have taken crafty counsel. You understand? So that the nation of Israel is not of remembrance ever again. Divide and conquer. That's what they're doing. And at that time, that's what he was doing. You understand? Telling me not to root for the Hispanic brother, but to root for the Nigerian man. You understand? And it says in Zephaniah 2:1, we have to gather together, nation not desired.
So like if I may as well.
Go ahead, Adawan.
And these Arabs, I know that a lot of us in Montreal don't want to think about it, don't want to believe it, but the Arabs and Africans actually know that Black people that came in slavery are the real Jews. They all know this.
Salaki, I had some Ishmaelites living across the street from my dad's building, right? So the kids, they didn't really had much knowledge about that because They didn't really care about whatsoever. But I asked the father of my friends, right? I told him, so sir, the real Jews are black people. He told me yes.
Yeah, gone.
Out of his own mouth.
Gone.
You understand? He told us, you are the real Jew.
So like, I don't want to correct you on that, but you understand? Just to let you know that if the young one does not gonna say that they know, is because they have friends that are black and they don't want to have that in their conscience. But to tell you the truth, all of them have jokes that they have, you understand, about the real Jews, and it's about us. You understand? All of them in their family, all of them know this. I had a 15-year-old Ishmaelite, you understand? I was in the hood, like, you understand? I mean, just to give you a short story, I was in the hood with the brothers, you understand, like back in the days when I started, I mean, like, not getting into the knowledge of the truth. And then I was talking to the brothers, and like, we are the real Jews. And one Arab little kid, like 15 years old, like, yes, we know you are, but God left you alone. God disowned you. And everybody just got quiet, you understand? Be like, damn. That means all this time that Adiyah, you understand, was telling us this, they know it is the truth. You understand? So they all know. You understand? I know they're gonna act like they don't know, but they all know. You understand?
Karawakan. If you could go ahead.
I just want to add this. If the father and mother knows, they know.
Karawakan. Salaki, I don't want. Go ahead, read verse 2 of Zephaniah chapter 2.
Come on, priest. Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 2. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the shaft, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
You understand? That's what we have to gather together, right? Before the judgment of the Lord comes upon us. Right now, we're in World War III right now, just the beginning of the war. It's about to get worse. Famines are about to come. Plagues are coming right now. Monkeypox, COVID, whatever's worse is coming. And we have to gather together to be able to protect each other. You understand? Because we don't have no protection, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. That's why we have to gather together. And the only way, and the only place we could do that is in the I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General YAHANNA. You understand? So our Gadite brothers who pleaded to have the native the National Indigenous Peoples Day, you understand? Stop looking at the white man for compassion and mercy. Like Officer Shaiwan brought up, Justin Trudeau, he is a devil. He promised you clean water, you never got it yet. It's been 7 years. And you're still waiting for that. I mean, you might as well drink raining water. Salakia. You understand? But the thing that you should do is get a flyer, join the UPK.
Right?
Right? We love our Native American Indian brothers and sisters over here.
Right.
We have Gadites. They don't get kidnapped. You understand? They don't get strung up on drugs. If they have a drug problem, we get them off drugs. You understand? We save their lives. Right? The only way you're going to have compassion is by joining the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Join your black brothers. Join your Latino brothers. Join your other Native American Indian brothers. You understand? With that said, I'm going to make 2 quick announcements. We're ending the class. If you haven't done it yet, you already know. Go cop Captain Kata's books. Right? He has 3 books out right now. He's working on the 4th one. The first one is Issachar, son of Jacob. Second one is Reuben, my excellence. Third one is We Came from the East. Right? The first 2 books are available on Amazon. The 3rd book is available on crosstheline.radio.com. I'm going to put the link in the chat just now. Right, go cop these books. They contain some good knowledge about the Mexicans being our brothers, the Seminole Indians, and We Came from the East, destroying the Bering Strait theory. Last announcement I'm going to make. This weekend, I.S.U.P.K Canada will be in Toronto. We're hosting 13 Shield, commending General YAHANNA itself, General Mahayman, you understand, and couple officers from the U.S., right? So if you have any questions or if you would like to attend, you understand, contact Officer Aban U.P.K on Facebook, right? If you're from the Ontario region, contact Officer 1000 Zabadia on Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media. If you're in Quebec region, in Montreal specifically, contact Officer 1000 Adiyar. You understand? This will be glorious. We'll be with the generals, right? I think we also have Officer Not coming up, Officer Not Azab. You understand? Like I said, we will gather together like the Bible tells us to. We will have camp on Saturday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. Then we will have class. Salakia from I think from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. On Sunday, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. we will have a kickback, a little barbecue. You already know we're gonna gather, we're gonna feast together, we're gonna be merry, gonna enjoy ourselves. You understand? Just like in the spirit of the Lord, right? With that said, Israel, Shalom Yahbashim Yahweh, Shalom Yahbashim Yahweh Brakatham to all the brothers. Yahweh Shemal Alatan Bashim Yahweh to all the sisters. This was the Brotherhood class every Tuesday night from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Right, let's clap it up. Right. So, lucky Officer Shari, do you have the security announcements?
Got it. One sec. There's the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We're the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. They need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find it in Numbers 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 to 10. Ma'ashra means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests is not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Slovakia. We have Memorial Blowing of Trumpets is the upcoming holy convocation. It's on the first day of the 7th month, which in this calendar is Sunday the 25th of September. You can read it in Leviticus chapter 23, verses 24 to verse 25. Any brother who wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. With that said, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers, and we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Imadium, which means stand. Men of Israel, Imadium Shabbat, Imadium, Barak, Yahba Shemel Shabrak Yadyamatah, Sar, turn and face the sisters. Men of Israel, Imadium Shabbat, Imadium, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Lathan Bashim Shab, Yadyamatah, class dismissed.